Cardi B in court today for day 2 of her civil assault trial. The hip-hop artist is accused of physically and verbally abusing a security guard in 2018. The plaintiff in the case, Emani Ellis, claims that Cardi B attacked her outside of a Beverly Hills medical office and then later had her fired. Well, Cardi B denies the allegations, insisting that Ellis was the aggressor. According to Cardi B, Ellis was trying to record her visibly pregnant while she was on the way to a doctor's appointment. ABC News' Melissa Don is joining me now for more on this. So again, Melissa, remind us exactly of how we got here.
Exactly, Kana. So it all started in 2018, right when this alleged incident took place. And that's also around the time when Cardi B was pregnant with her first child. So Cardi B says that she was going to her OBGYN appointment. She was in a medical office building in Beverly Hills, expecting it to be private. Well, that's what happened, is that it was not. There was a security guard there that took out phones, and that's when an alleged incident occurred. Well, 2 years later, in 2020, Emani Ellis, that was the security guard that was working there, filed a civil lawsuit against Cardi B, and that's when we first learned about this incident in, of course, all of these civil court documents. Well, fast forward 5 years later, this is now when we're seeing this civil court play out. Today is day 2. Yesterday, of course, day 1 is when we first heard from that former security guard, Kana.
And it sounds like we also heard from Emani Ellis yesterday, who took the stand. What did we learn?
Exactly. So those details that were just coming out is that Emani Ellis alleges it was a traumatizing day for her. She says she remembers that moment because she does admit that she had 2 phones on her, and she does admit recalling that she exclaims, "Hey, it's Cardi B." She says in that moment, because of her reaction, that's when Cardi B came over to her. There was a verbal altercation and then a physical altercation. That's where she's alleging essentially that Cardi B scratched her cheek with one of her fingernails, trying to snatch one of those cell phones out of her. And essentially, in that moment, that is when Emani Ellis says that it was very violent for her. But Cardi B is basically saying, look, there was a verbal situation that happened, but nothing physical happened. Now, Cardi B's lawyers did their opening statements yesterday as well, and they have maintained there was no physical altercation. It was just a verbal incident that lasted about 60 to 90 seconds. Kana?
We know, Melissa, Cardi B also currently promoting her sophomore album. Any concern here this may impact that?
Yeah, Kana, at this point, we don't think there should be direct impacts because this is a civil trial, right? So what we're expecting to see with this trial, it should last 1 to 2 weeks tops. It's pretty straightforward. At this point, what we know is that there are no criminal penalties she's facing, right? Because this is a civil case. So ideally, Cardi B could get through this, and then we will see with that judge. He will be the one that'll be able to order if Cardi B has to pay any monetary damages to Emani Ellis or not.
All right, Melissa, Don, our thanks to you.